The sunflowers are still okay. Still have a chance. There's some bees up there working away. That's good. Hopefully we'll get some seed. The tomato plants are a little rough, but there's still some time for ripening. I'll take some of these ripe ones and dry them, and hopefully there'll be enough more ripe ones to can some. The green peppers plants, they're done for the winter. I can still collect these two for seed. These seeds, these pods should be mature enough to supply me with some new seed for these beans. Pretty much everything else in the garden is still going. Carrots, beets, and here looks like some seeds coming for the romaine lettuce. I got a few small cucumbers from these late planted cucumber plants. The potatoes are safe underground. Still, I have to get these up before it gets too wet for the winter, for the fall. Milk thistle and salsify is good. The dill took a bit of a hit, but the dill should produce some good seed, hopefully. This was the first plant. The seeds seem small. There wasn't anything else to fertilize or to cross-pollinate, I guess. I'll be removing this piece of black plastic to expose the bare ground where I can move this compost pile. We don't want the grass to be growing into the compost pile. You know, I could still plant some lettuce and spinach and radishes. That will still probably mature before the end of the growing season. Some of the food garden plants are more tolerant to frost than others. Here the zucchini has finished for the season. I did cover the basil, but it, in -3 weather, did get frosted last night. Hopefully I'll be able to still use any seed that it's produced. There will be lots to go in the compost pile, and the frosted plants in the garden will also become part of the compost pile along with other things. There are some good books to simply show you how to preserve vegetable seed effectively. Here are the seed cucumbers that I picked from back at the barn. They were the earliest to go in. Choose open pollinated cucumber varieties. Take your seed cucumbers and scoop them out into a bowl. Let them ferment in a warm room temperature for 3 days, stirring daily. The bad seeds and the pulp will raise to the top and can be poured off, and the good seeds will sink to the bottom. Then I'll wash them in a strainer and spread them out to dry. The seeds are dry when they break instead of bend. Pretty much the same idea with the tomatoes. Scoop them out, let them ferment for a few days. Mold will grow on them, and that's actually a good thing. The process destroys germination inhibitors and also destroys seed-borne diseases. So I've moved this beginner compost pile over to the bare ground. You see there's cardboard and manure from the chicken coops, and there's even feathers in there. Now I'll add some more stuff. Put in the kitchen compost and also some dust from the chicken feed. And you can start piling on the garden waste. It's good to have a good mix of dry and wet, or dry and green if you can. I've already been digging into this old compost pile and to feed some of the plants in the garden. My open pollinated corn, I chose Golden Bantam, has some seed. Now I could have left it to dry on the stalk, but something was eating away at it, so I saved it. The seed production is a little sporadic, possibly because of the few plants that I had and also whatever was eating the silk of the corn. The ground cherry, it's an annual ground cherry. I bought seeds for. It got hit by the frost and the plants withered. But I took some of the seed pods and hopefully I'll be able to use these for seed. Now I have seed as a priority because under certain circumstances, if you aren't able to save the seed, then you won't have any crop for next year. I'm not sure if we can always rely on going to the store to get what we need for everything. Take some potatoes here. There we go. Oh. Not really a lot. And these flooded out. These flooded out in the spring and kind of came back, so I guess that's not bad. I didn't really give the potatoes much special treatment this year. Let's see what we got here. This is a later planting. I might have stabbed a potato. Ooh. Well, there's some. This one's the one, that old rotten one. Could be some more, so I could sift through again.